Hey there everyone, welcome to AFC Game by Game, and starting off with the big news, Petr Cech has signed for Arsenal. It has been so long and drawn out, and finally it's been announced that Petr Cech has signed for Arsenal on a long-term deal from Chelsea. It's been spoken about for so many weeks now, and it's probably the most expected and anticipated signing of the window thus far, and a great signing for us. I spoke in my previous video about how much he could benefit this Arsenal team and how much of a mentor he can be to someone like Wojciech Szczesny. It does potentially see David Ospina leave the club, but I certainly think Cech is an upgrade on what we've already got, and I think that he's going to be the ideal candidate to step in that #1 shirt and fulfil a very promising role for Arsenal for the next... I mean, he says he can go on till his 40th birthday, so let's hope he's got another 6-7 years left in him at the top flight at least. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he'll perform next season. In regards to taking him off Chelsea, I mean, the obvious reason is that Cech wanted to remain in London. His family's settled here. He's lived in London for about 10-11 years now, so naturally he wanted to remain in the city rather than have to move abroad or move somewhere else in the country. But I think it's certainly good of Abramovich to allow him to do that on one side of it. But I think, I think the way Chelsea looking at it is that they've already got Courtois, and I wouldn't say that Cech is surplus to requirements at Chelsea, but I just think that they've got someone who's got more years left in him. I don't think it takes away the fact that Cech is still one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the world, in my opinion, and I'm certainly confident that he's going to have a Jens Lehmann type of career at Arsenal, if not an Edwin van der Sar kind of career that he had at Manchester United. So I'm very excited about this signing for Arsenal. For £10 million, I certainly think it's a good deal. It should be worth every penny if he can be that player to spur us on to a title charge this season. I'm confident we're going to win trophies with this guy between the sticks. And I mean, it's hopefully the start of a very good transfer window for us. I mean, I do still think that we're about 2 players short of making a proper challenge for a title. I mean, I say that I still think we've got a very good squad at our disposal, but I just think that we need to reinforce depth in some areas of the pitch. I think we need, I still think we need a striker or a left-sided winger, seeing as Podolski's potentially going to leave, Campbell's going to leave, Flamini's possibly going to leave. You know, Sonogo, players like that are all expected to leave the club. So we're freeing up some space on the wage bill as well, some spaces up top where I think we need to bring in at least 1 new addition. But I certainly think we need to bring in another central defensive midfielder. The thing that concerns me is Francis Coquelin. I mean, I certainly think that he's going to pick up where he left off last season. He played about 30 games for us and consistently performed to an excellent standard over the course of those games. So I'm certain that he's going to bring that into next season. And at just 24 years old, got many years left in him. So I'm sure that he's going to be able to continue playing how he did next season. So certainly I think that's going to be a big bonus to us. But it just worries me thinking that if he is to get injured, then someone like Mikel Arteta or Matthew Flamini is going to have to fill in that role. And although I've got respect for those players, they're not players that are going to win you the league at this stage in their careers. So I do think we need to bring someone else in. Morgan Schneiderlin, a player that looks destined for Manchester United. I don't think we're going to get him, and I'm not actually too upset that we're not going to get him. I think that he's not really an upgrade on what we've already got. I think if we're going to improve this squad, we've got to get better than what we've already got. So someone a bit more experienced than Francis Coquelin. Schneiderlin, you could argue, has got that little bit more experience than Coquelin, but I personally don't think that he's a better player than Coquelin. So maybe bring in someone... I mean, it's really hard to tell. I think we need someone of a different calibre to Coquelin, someone that can offer us something different for a different situation. So Vidal could have been a good option for that, but I personally don't think that's going to happen. It wouldn't make too much sense either. He's more of a box-to-box player. We've already got players like Wilshere and Ramsey for that role. So maybe someone like William Carvalho would be a good option, but I still think there's lots of players out there that we need to approach, players like Bender, etc. Players that could just offer an alternative solution for games where maybe we need to change our tactics a little. And I mean, up top, it's hard to really pick someone out at the top of my head. I'm pretty sure names are going to start flying out of everywhere, but I can't really think of a name at the moment. Leave your thoughts in the comments box below who you'd like to see come in. Personally, I can't see a Benzema type of player coming in. I can't see a Starlet coming in. I could see maybe a player that can provide cover for someone like Alexis Sanchez on that left-hand side. I mean, personally, I think a front three of someone like Alexis Sanchez, Theo Walcott, and it would be great if Chamberlain could actually have a fully fit season on that right flank. That would be an absolutely amazing front three for us. And then you've got an alternative solution in Olivier Giroud. So I think that would certainly be prosperous for us next season. But yeah, pretty much that's all I've got to say for this video. So Petr Cech has signed for Arsenal. but we've now got to look to strengthen in other areas of the pitch. I will be getting more content on my channel in the coming weeks. I'm going to do more of those top 5 videos like I've already mentioned. But if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like rate. It was more of an update video, if anything, just telling you what you already know. But subscribe to the channel, like the video if you've enjoyed it. I'll speak to you very soon, guys.